Okay, this is kind of weird and strange because this is a very rare occurrence. But if you are like a vegan or you're eating, any type of specific type of diet where you don't want to OD on eggs, on
no
dairy,
no dairy.
and on a whole bunch of wheat flour, like people
No
really,
wheat flour.
but that's impossible, right? Pancakes, bagels, toast. What the hell do you eat when you're driving, when you're traveling, when you're across the country, and when you have a kid and you're like, you know what? The health stuff is amazing. Rock on. It's amazing, but we want a medium of balance where, God forbid, you're in a situation like this on a Sunday morning, you're starving, and you're like, there's only Denny's and IHOPs that are the major conglomerates that, of course, sell food.
Unfortunately.
So, where is the solution and the remedy? I've been around so many people, and it's hard because, if you are practicing vegan, for a while I was like die hard for 10 years, no dairy, no eggs, no anything. And then we went through different stages. There was a stage in New York that I was a raw foodist for like 2 years.
For about 2 years.
And quintessence and all these spots you go to, but mind you, it gets freezing in New York, and I was like, all right, bring the maple syrup on it. I'm losing way too much weight. So unless you're like swallowing avocados and have the finance to really keep the vitamin charge, you want to find a medium of balance. So, Denny's, I hate it here. I must have boycotted Denny's for 4 or 5 years straight, especially when we moved out here.
Right.
I was like, no Denny's, no IHOPs. But then we traveled, we had a little road trip, and Amor was hungry, and no one wants to eat out of gas stations forever, right, Amor?
No.
So what do you do when you're in a spot like this? What we realized is in most IHOPs and in Denny's, they have these new eggs now that are like the box eggs that you gotta totally stay away from. So you can still get real eggs. You just gotta ask them for farm or farm whatever eggs. You have to ask for farm fresh eggs. And what we do is we get egg whites. So I asked them to just make the egg whites for him. And Amor actually started eating eggs probably 2 years after he was born. And because, the albumin, there's a lot of protein and there's a lot of stuff that can help brain development. But for us, I would say that, if we're raised on a strict dairy diet, it's horrible. Most people still are under the assumption that you have to feed your kids milk and dairy in order for them to grow.
You drink cow's milk? You like cow's milk? Me neither.
He hates milk of all kind. Even almond milk now. It's like, Amor, it's almond milk.
Like a lecithin cereal?
Or hemp milk or something. He really doesn't like it. But what I notice is, again, we still have to figure out how to eat. So I try to always find stuff on the menu. It might be annoying being with me for the first couple, weeks in traveling because there's ways to get stuff. So what you do is you always bring you always bring your own maple syrup. Wherever you go, I think the thing that destroys your breakfast is that corn syrup, preservative-based maple syrup. Or
which is this, right?
Which is this. Or they have sugar-free, which has, again, the first thing is sorbitol, cellulose gum.
Oh my
Let's
God.
not keep this in the camera because I don't even like stuff in the camera shots. It's a mad small. You're like, X. So what I'm trying to show is how we just come together and try to make the best of the situation.
Real syrup.
So you want to get maple syrup and you want to ask for farm fresh eggs. You can do your hash browns, but remember, some people do their hash browns with a lot of preservatives. So what they have at spots like this is oven baked potatoes. You can get red skin potatoes, kind of like hash browns, but not. And ask them to keep the seasoning off. All of your foods, tell them to keep that extra paprika, because it's not paprika. It's like Old Bay on crack.
That's right.
So you don't want that on all your food. And again, you want to be able to do stuff where everybody can kind of eat. These spots make a lot of food. So what I do is I always get the short stack. Short stack, here we go. Short stack of a little egg white omelet. Oh, look at that. Our stuff got thick. So you get your regular whole stack, take off the dab of butter. I usually do 2 whole wheat pancakes. Then we do 2 buttermilk pancakes. You do your hash browns, well done. And you make sure, you see this one with the butter, you're trying to get it on there, all on there. Before me, let's rip it off. He loves butter. He loves butter and he likes, no, it's just really butter and bread. So I'm gonna thing this now and remove that. Oh, it's okay.
No, it's good.
So you get a little flavor because it's made with butter. So you don't want to OD too much, and that's basically what it is. So what we also get, Some places, Denny's doesn't do a whole bunch of butter in their grits. They're just made with hot water. I don't know how it is on the Denny's across the states, but over here I've asked and they just do it with water, and you can add butter at the end.
Indeed.
So we're about to throw down.
As you can see, Moisey ready to eat.
I'm not gonna think because I don't want it to tip over, but these are the moments that I sometimes want to capitalize on. It's very difficult to get us all three. All three in the same spot. So I don't like too much ketchup on top of my hash browns. So we're gonna think. I have to talk quickly because my family gives me no time. And this is what is so annoying about being around fucking people, man. Anything I just want to do, I have to really just set a time. And all it is. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. Bring your own syrup.
Bring your own
Make sure that you ask for farm fresh eggs that are real. Scramble them up. 2 whole wheat pancakes. Take off the butter. He got hash browns. I'm waiting for my oven red little potatoes. But I don't do any toast. No toast, no bagels. And we don't even eat all this food. 2 pancakes.
Only French?
We only get French toast. You have gotten French toast here.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's French toast. We didn't do that today though.
It's not bad here though.
I've never eaten it. They say it's not bad, but you know what you like. The reason why I don't like French toast is because I feel like people soak the bread too much in egg, and I feel like I'm eating egg. So I don't like it. But they do. I get my little whole wheat. Some people do have the gluten-free. You can try that if you want, but just bring your own goddamn syrup. Try to make it through. And again, oatmeal really works, but they put a whole bunch of sugar and crap in their oatmeal here, unfortunately. And orange juice. They do orange juice and a couple others, but I'm getting... Okay, so as you can see, hi Laura.
Hey guys.
It's so nice seeing you. Hi,
hey guys.
So what I wanted you to see is, this is kind of pathetic, but we only probably even needed to order 1 order of pancakes. So I don't know, maybe these have like extra pancake juice in them. I don't know. I always say I can't even finish 1 goddamn order of pancakes. So I don't even, Amor went in on the eggs. He went on the hash browns. We kind of split a pancake each. But this is so much food, so I don't know how people are getting grand slams and all these other things because, can you see me? In all honesty, that's a lot of food to carry and for one family to eat. So we just got 4 pancakes in total out of 3 people, and we didn't even eat all of them. So I kind of wanted to show you guys because I think a lot of this is just based on, the excess is good when it really is not needed. So have a good time. Try not to stress too much. Don't do dairy in excess because it's just way too much for anybody to process. And enjoy your journey. Don't punish yourselves, and chase all of this down with some water with some lemon.